A few moments later.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Sports Church right here on the VRR. I'm your host, Friar Mini. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. 2311 was my MOS. Ayoyes, a card-carrying member of the E4 Mafia, allegedly. And I'm one of the founding members of VRR, or a.k.a. Veteran Revolt Radio. We are live coming at you from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, and Rumble as well. So if you haven't checked us out on any of those other sites, say you're watching us on Facebook, go and get a Rumble account, sign up, search Vet Remote Radio, give us a follow and some thumbs up on the videos, leave a comment. Unfortunately, the comments on Rumble don't come through. They only do on Facebook and YouTube. But get on over to those too. Search Veteran Revolt Radio and give us some love. We appreciate it. We got a lot to unpack in a short time to do it. We got brother Bishop Pook Dawg is going to do a real quick report on MMA as he's on his way to work. And then we're going to do some auto sports, recap the World Series, talk a little bit about the future this upcoming winter of discontent because there is no more baseball until pitchers and catchers report. And we'll talk NFL and fantasy football. All right, without further ado, let's bring on the crew, if you will. Brother Bishop Pook Dawg is United States Marine Corps veteran as well. We served together at an all-inclusive resort known as 43 area Las Polis. Guests of Ammo Company, 1st Supply Battalion, 1st Force Support Group, 1st Mardiv. And he is our MMA and gambling and boxing contributors. Without further ado, here's brother Bishop Pook Dawg. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll see. What's up, Pook? Yeah.
What's up, Manny? How you doing, boy?
I'm all right, brother. Sounds like you were choking a donkey over there for a second.
Well, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to work here, and I didn't realize the time change. See, I didn't understand that you guys changed time on the 5th. Yeah, you
Yep.
guys fall back.
Yep.
Yeah, and we stay in the same spot here in Arizona. We're going into the mountain time zone. That's the season. The season of the mountain time zone out here, my man. That's where we're headed.
Right.
Where are we?
Let's get the rest,
Go ahead,
let's
man.
get the rest of the crew in here. Our auto racing expert is Pops. We call him Pops because he's my Pops. He's been in the industry, if you will, for over 50 years. So he's got it pretty well on lockdown. What's going on, sir?
Evening all. We just had a wrap up with the NASCAR season. So, yeah, that's going to go away. But we still have 2 more races in Formula One. So it's not completely gone out.
All righty. All right. Next is my co-host on The Bar, which you can catch right here on VRR. Again, on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Every Saturday at 2100 Eastern Standard Time, we get together, throw down some drinks, talk shit, look at some memes, laugh at each other, and talk about all kinds of stuff while gradually getting more and more intoxicated, taking lots of shots to the face, if you will. Giggity. All right. He's the United States Naval veteran as well. Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, hence the name Devil Doc. Please welcome to the altar of competition, Devil Doc. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm awake. I'm alive.
There you go. There you go. All right, brother Bishop Pook Dawg. I know you're on the way to work, so give us a update on the MMA world, man.
Oh shit! Well, I'm gonna have to do the UFC. We'll just have to talk UFC talk because I don't know exactly what's going on in the nether regions of the MMA world. You have so many God blessed organizations, you know. Last night in the UFC, we had Derek Lewis facing off against a new prospect. Now, I shouldn't say a new prospect. He's like something like, I don't have any notes in front of me, but I believe he's like 4-0. He's a submission artist, a heavyweight. They're looking at him like he's going to be a contender. Almeida, he fought a Brazilian guy named Almeida last night, and it was ground and pound, lay and pray, I guess you will. Controlled Derek Lewis, held him down for 4 rounds, or 5 rounds rather. Some people make the argument that this could be the first 50 to 40 fight they have ever seen, meaning Almeida won this fight 10-8 every round.
Wow.
I don't believe that happened. Pretty dominant performance. So he actually slammed Derek Lewis. He picked him up and dropped him, believe it or not, on his back. Yeah, I mean, Derek Lewis. I'll be full disclosure. You know, I gamble on these fights. I bet Derek Lewis, and I did not expect Derek Lewis to win. Rather, I felt I had close to a coin flip chance of him knocking out Almeida. And I was wrong. And the UFC experts were right. I think here he was sent in to replace a fighter. This originally wasn't Derek Lewis's fight. He came in on short notice. And that was part of the reason the odds were so long on Derek Lewis. But mind you, Derek Lewis was picked as well as the previous fighter that didn't make it. Curtis Blades didn't make it to this contest. Curtis Blades was the one that was supposed to get subbed out last night. I mean, I tell you guys that the UFC has a storyline, and they do, and it's similar to to the way they run WWE. You know, Vince McMahon runs WWE, and he's got the story they wanna do, and they got the narrative that they want to run, and they can do it exactly the way they want in the WWE because everything's scripted. Well, you can only script a certain amount of things to happen when you have live sporting events. You know what I mean? You can only script it too much. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. I'll give you examples. I'm going to give you a number of examples right now, very quickly. Pereira. They fast-tracked him to the championship in 2 different weight classes. Did they ever have him fight a competent wrestler? No, they didn't. You know, that's an example of how they control the narrative. They control the story. They pick the matchups they want to make it advantageous for the UFC and what they want to build up. And here Derek Lewis was supposed to give this guy some rub. He did last night. He gave him some rub. Very impressive. I didn't think, when you look at Derek Lewis, he only seems to lose to the best. And I'm serious. And he's got more knockouts than anybody else, or he's tied, or he's close. He's either one away now, or he's tied for the knockout record. I think he's got 15 knockouts in the UFC, which is incredible. I believe that's off the top of my head. No notes, like I said, I'm in my car. So I give him a chance to knock anybody out in any fight. You know, so if they put Derek Lewis on short notice up against anybody, I'm probably going to bet him when I'm getting 3-1 odds, regardless of whether it's a smart thing to do or not. Just because, what do they call it in baseball? The Mendoza line, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
I think we lost him.
Oh, he froze. No. We have a froze Pook. We don't need a frozen Pook. We need a unfrozen Pook. Oh, well, so much for Arizona's wonderful cell system, because that just dropped out. All right, well, I guess he'll try and get back to us. Other than that, Doc, you want to, well, who wants to do? You want to go NFL and college football, or do we want to do auto racing?
I'll cover NFL and college football right now.
Okay, go for it, man. And Pook gets back, then we'll handle that.
Pull it back up. Where'd it go?
Kind of thought that might happen, ladies and gentlemen, but we gave it hell. He may get back with this.
Number 10 Ole Miss beat Texas A&M 38-35. Number 1 Ohio State beat Rutgers 35-16. Number 2 Georgia squawked by and beat Missouri 30-21. Number 3 Michigan slaughtered Purdue 41-13. Florida State killed number 4 Florida State killed Pitt 24-7. Number 5 Washington beat USC 52-42. USC is no longer ranked. Oregon killed Berkeley 63-19. Texas, number 7 Texas barely beat number 23 Kansas State in overtime 33-30. Alabama slaughtered LSU 42-28. Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma 27-24. Penn State killed Maryland in the Battle of Dyslexia. Penn State 51, Maryland 15. Louisville beat Virginia Tech 34-3. Clemson beat number 15 Notre Dame 31-23. The mighty Beavers of Oregon State beat the Buffaloes of Colorado 26-19. Tennessee put an ass whooping on UConn, and this was not basketball. This is 59-3. Utah beat the holy living crap out of Arizona State. Sorry, Pook. 55-3. Arizona beat UCLA 27-10. Kansas beat Iowa State. Yet again, this is not basketball. 28-21. Tulane barely beat East Carolina 13-10. Yep. And Army beat Air Force 23-3. Holy crap. The new rankings come out for college football on Tuesday. So we'll see where people are at. College basketball officially starts on Tuesday. So that's it for scores in the NFL. Let me pull them up. All right. The Raiders are beating the Giants 30-6. The Eagles are beating the Cowgirls 28-3. The Colts beat the Panthers 27-13. The Chiefs beat the Dolphins 21-14. The Vikings beat the Falcons 31-28. The Browns blanketed the Cardinals 27-0. The Packers beat the Rams 20-3. The Redskins beat the Patriots 20-17. Saints beat the Bears 24-17. Ravens beat the ever-loving crap out of the Sea Chickens 37-3. The Texans came back and beat the Buccaneers 39-37. And on Thursday, the Steelers beat the Titans. Tonight's game will be the Bills against the Bengals. And Monday night will be the Chargers against the Jets. And that is it for football. In the NHL, my Bruins, after 11 games, are 9-1-1. And in first place in the Atlantic, first place in the Metropolitan, 8-2-1 are the New York Rangers. In the Western Conference, Central Division, in 10 games, the Dallas Stars are 7-2-1. And in the Pacific Division, the Vegas Golden Knights, after 12 games, are 11-0-1. And that is it for hockey. And we will wait for the one and only Minnie to come back so Pook can now talk about more MMA.
There you go.
Well, yeah, we could talk. I could talk some more MMA while Minnie's out smoking here, because pretty soon I'm going to have to leave the broadcast. Well, what I was trying to say before the internet so rudely interrupted me was Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis is like the Mendoza line here. If you can't make it past Derek Lewis, you ain't a contender. And Almeida made it past Derek Lewis. I believe Almeida is a serious contender. A boring fighter, by the way. I don't know about boring fighter. He was boring against Derek Lewis because I guess he's got some pretty spectacular submissions. And he tried a couple of them on Derek Lewis last night. None of them, he was not able to cinch any of them. Very dominant performance. So like I said, upcoming in the UFC here, we're going to have, next week it's going to be that interim title. And I don't really understand why they don't have Stipe involved in it somehow. I don't get it. It's for an interim title for the heavyweight. And I know you can't explain it, but it still doesn't make much sense. I don't understand why Stipe is not involved in that. But anyway, they got Tom Aspinall is going to be facing Sergey Pavlovich, and that's going to be happening next week. We're going to have a fight between Pereira. Pereira's going to be fighting again. He's going to be fighting Porzingis. We'll see how that goes as well. That's not next week. That's I believe that's going to be in December. Is that going to be December, Doc?
Yeah.
So we'll keep our eye out for that as well. Tyson Fury will not be fighting until February. He won't be fighting. Who's the guy he's fighting, Doc?
Usyk.
Yeah, Usyk. Right. He won't be fighting Usyk till February. And it may or may not have something to do with the fact that his face looks like he got into a goddamn car crash. So, not sure about that, but they're not going to be fighting. It's reported that Francis may be fighting on the 23rd. He might be fighting Joshua or Deontay Wilder. They don't know yet. I don't think it's going to happen that fast. I think that whole 23rd card is just going to get postponed. I don't think Francis is going to step in and face someone like a Joshua or a Wilder, being that these guys, after what he did to Fury, they're not going to want to take that fight on that shorter notice, even if it is a huge payday. These Saudis have a lot of money. They don't mind spending it. I'll tell you what, Francis keeps on performing like this, they're going to be making money on these fights instead of just spending it. You know, that's the whole thing. It was a showcase. This whole thing last week with that Ngannou fight, it was a showcase for Saudi Arabia, as a commercial for Saudi Arabia, as well as the Usyk fight for Fury. Well, I think the Saudis are going to actually start making money off Ngannou. They keep promoting his fights.
Hey, what poll did you send me? You actually sent me in a text for it was asking who won the fight, Fury or Ngannou.
Oh, that was okay. So we can talk. Well, I don't mind talking about this because this is like my favorite subject. So I'm glad because last night's fight wasn't exactly happy about last night's fight. I'm not exactly excited about what's happening in the UFC, but I could literally talk all day about this. Yeah, that Invicta card, it was done by Invicta MMA, which is a website. I guess they're somewhat reputable, and they have on their scorecard, they have Ngannou winning the fight clearly, barely, but clearly. And
Yeah.
And a lot of MMAers do. Joe Rogan came out and said that Ngannou was robbed. A lot of people say Ngannou was robbed. You know, I don't believe that, and I really don't believe that. I haven't done my own round-by-round scoring. I wasn't able to find the fight. I'm a rat. I was supposed to find it for you, Minnie. I did give you a good breakdown of the fight, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched that, but that guy that broke down that fight had Ngannou winning as well. I don't because I trust Teddy Atlas, and I understand how boxing is scored. Now, when it comes down to it, do I know who won that fight? Like if this happened on a playground somewhere, or if we didn't have round by round scoring, if it was just an exhibition match without the round by round scoring, yeah, Ngannou won. Freaking Fury is banged up bad. There's only one guy in that ring that was made to look stupid. There's only one guy in that ring that got hurt, and that was Tyson Fury. And but if Teddy Atlas says, and he sets his reputation on it, because there's a lot of people within boxing that are scoring the fight for Ngannou. But if he's saying you do round by round scoring, all the pedestrian, and this is something that I said last week before I heard Teddy Atlas. All the rounds that went slowly, all the rounds where nothing happened, he said inactive. I call them pedestrian. All the inactive rounds, Fury stole. He stole them at the end of the rounds because he'd win in exchange. Now, should you be able to win a heavyweight champion? And this wasn't a championship fight. Kyle reminds me of that over and over again that it was an exhibition. But I actually looked up some of the exhibitions Ali had, and the one he had in 71 where he got knocked down, he didn't get knocked out, where he got knocked down in the 15th round, that was because he was a draft dodging SOB and they wouldn't sanction him. That's the only reason he fought as a basically a heavyweight championship fight. That fight was. So and then he in 76 he fought Antonio Ioka or whatever his name was. I looked this up because I couldn't remember it myself. But it was just an exhibition. We know that. We know it's just an exhibition. But that being said, round by round scoring, I believe Tyson Fury won. If you just score the fight on a whole, you just look at it like the eyeball test, the playground test, what a third grader would tell you. There's no way, if you don't understand boxing scoring, there's no way you got Tyson Fury winning that fight. He got out of there smashed.
What happened to Jones? What happened to John Jones?
We talked about that last week. He got a tear.
Pectoral
you know about
tear.
the injury, but
Did we lose the Pook again?
Yep.
We
lost
did.
the audio.
We lost the audio.
There he
There you go.
comes. Talk now, Pook. We can hear you.
Go ahead, Pook.
what the hell was that?
I don't know, man.
You're the one that lives in Arizona.
You mooted the Pook.
Oh man. Okay.
I like you better sideways.
Hey.
What she said.
I was
Oh.
when I was holding the phone like this, I was sideways.
Yeah.
Man, I got to kill the engine and go get myself a coffee. I got to head into work, fellas.
All right, brother.
Yeah, we got next week. You missed it because you were out smoking. Next week we got Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich. That's going to be for the interim title. Don't ask me why Stipe's not involved in that, because I don't understand why. Dana explained it, said it had something to do with respecting Stipe or something, which makes no goddamn sense at all. Because they didn't want to give him an interim title. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense. What he said, it didn't compute. And they do whatever the hell they want anyway, and it never makes any sense. But outside of Dana White fumbling the bag with Ngannou, he's a pretty sharp businessman. So I'm not going to challenge him on this so much. But I just don't understand why Stipe is not involved in an interim title. But that's next week, and we'll be able to report on that next week. Peace out. Take care, everybody. Love you guys. Don't off yourselves like Mini all says. All right. Take care. Good night.
Thanks, Pook. Be careful.
All right, Pook.
Right on.
All right, brother. I like Doc's comment though. UFC is going to UFC. I guess so. And hopefully they have another fight. Hopefully they have another Ngannou Fury fight. I think that needs to happen. It should. More money. I mean, why not milk the money train with it anyways? It's not like anybody's not going to go and watch that fight. So might as well. All right. Good job, Pook. I'm assuming that interrupted what you were doing there, Doc. If you want to wrap that up.
I finished it all.
He finished up with just and Pook popped back in at the right same time.
Oh, all right. So you covered the NFL and the lot.
Yep.
Okay.
I even did college basketball. I did hockey. I did college football and NFL.
Yeah, I gotta get into college basketball again, man. I kind of that was like my favorite thing for a few years, and after baseball, it kind of kept me sane. And last year,
kind of on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dive into the NBA, but I could definitely get on board with watching some college basketball. Unfortunately, my two teams are not really all that good right now. I mean, Kentucky's all right. Wisconsin's just, I don't know what the hell happened. It's just Bo Ryan left. They just suck.
They need to bring Barry Alvarez back.
Yeah, right. I need to do something.
He was the football coach.
Well, he was the athletic director too for a while there. But yeah. All right. Well, I guess we might as well let's see here. Pull up some fantasy football, unfortunately.
That's right where my phrase underneath my name goes.
Yeah, there you go. It does not perform up to ability. Well, I've had a rough week too, but I had a lot of guys sitting, so it is what it is. Here we go. We got it up there. Make sure. Yep, we got it up there. Hold on a second here. I gotta take care of something in the background. And I gotta yeet something real quick. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna go fix this and we're good. Cool. All right. There we go. All right. I know it's a little small, but it's the best I can do. Start off with my team, Tacos Ghost Monkey versus Doc. It was a pretty close projection originally, 148 to 150. However, it didn't really pan out that way. I took a roll of the dice, and because Purdy was out on a bye, and I had a chance to I don't know what Gardner Minshew did, but I dropped him to pick up this rookie quarterback out of Tennessee, who was projected to get almost 27 points. Well, he got 9, so that hurt. Tyreek Hill kind of had an average day. Everybody else did pretty well. I picked up what's his name? From New Orleans, Hill, the hybrid
Taysom
player.
Hill. Yeah.
Taysom Hill, the quarterback, tight end, whatever the hell
Running
that
back,
guy.
punt
Yeah.
returner, kick
Yeah.
returner.
Exactly. Probably emergency kicker. I wouldn't bet. He had a good day, but Doc guys just solid. A few guys did a little bit better than expected, but not too bad. I just didn't have my best field out there, and so unless Keenan Allen scores like 60, which is possible, I think he did it earlier this year. Didn't he get like 56 or something? I'm probably going to lose and fall to 6-3, while Kyle improves to 4-5. It happened. I looked at the rest of the schedule, and I'm pretty sure I've played my toughest games, I think. So I think I'm sitting pretty good as long as everybody can stay fucking healthy. I mean,
you figured it out.
I should be okay, but
Right
we'll
here.
see.
I knew it went up.
Next game up on the list is Can You Dig This, which is Lunchbox's lady versus Mama Gonna Knock You Out, which is my lady. And Michelle's kicking butt this week. Looks like here, we'll pull it up. She's on a 4-game skid. So it looks like she's gonna break that. It was projected she was gonna win anyways, and she's gonna win big. She doesn't even really need anybody to do anything right now. She can just freeze, and she still won. But she still got Joe Burrow going, and she's got a kicker going. The Cleveland defense, which I told her to pick up, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago, scored 51 points for her.
That's unreal.
Yeah,
Scored 51 points.
7 sacks, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. Unbelievable. So
Hell, my first game of the season, I had to play freaking T, and his defense scored 81 points. I'm like, well, there's no way in hell I can beat that.
No, that's the big play thing this year. You get a pick 6, it's huge. Sacks are more important. Fumble recoveries are more important. This we couldn't figure out we couldn't settle on what to replace the defense with. I figured I'd pump up the big play points for the defense. So it's made a difference. Your defense is pretty important this year. And looks like Michelle's gonna pull that one out. Next game up is Combat Santa, who looks like he's gonna swing back into first place. Fucking Canadian. Figured out. I love him. I love you, Chris. It looks like it was a blowout, even in the starting projections, and it looks like that's how it's gonna end up. J-Dubs had everybody going, and he's gonna fall to 4-5, while Combat Santa is gonna improve to 7-2, and probably end up. He's gonna end up in first place. Unfortunately. He had some pretty solid outings, but nothing crazy except for Amari Cooper, who had a good day, 2 40-plus yard receptions, 139 receiving yards, and a touchdown. That'll do it. J-Dub's guys just kind of sort of just underperformed or kind of did what they were supposed to. So he got a good run out of his defense. Indianapolis, again, 4 sacks, 3 interceptions, 2 defensive touchdowns. That helps, but just not enough to push him over the terminal lance of the Canadian military. Next up is Yo Mama versus Full Metal Vet. That is going to be our dead team this year, and Full Metal picks up an easy win despite having a pretty lackluster outing by just about everybody he started. He lost one of his quarterbacks today. I don't know the status of this. Doc, do you, about Daniel Jones? I guess he got pulled out of the game with a knee injury.
Yeah, knee injury after he was recovering for a neck.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the 3rd string quarterback, like use as necessary, but I guess Tyrod Taylor has a jacked up knee. The kid they played last week has 3 broken ribs and a broken collarbone, so they had to play Gimpy.
Was he in the automobile accident, or was that part of the game?
I was part of the game. He got hit.
He
Oh,
probably
I
felt
guess.
like he was in an automobile accident. But
They had to replace Daniel Jones with the punter.
Oh wow!
And the Giants are now looking for a new quarterback.
God,
Because
who's even out there?
Kyle
Trip-
Kaepernick.
no, the Giants do not want him.
Do it. Sign him.
They'll probably try and go after Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. Well, I'd say hire Colin Kaepernick because apparently with that line, he might just get killed.
No, he doesn't want to be a slave to anybody.
Oh, okay.
That's his new new thing. He said that signing a contract to play any sport is the modern day form of slavery.
Oh, what a fucking asshole!
Well, somebody is suing the NFL for unfavoring whites. The blacks and women are being given unfair advantages.
Oh, can't I just win the lottery, move to Idaho, and call it a fucking day? Swear to God, the world's just gone fucking Looney Tunes.
Yep.
Up next is
What's
Oops
up, Carl?
Pops versus a Lunchbox Fart Box. What's up, Carl? How you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oops Pops coming in 5-3. Lunchbox Fart Box coming in at 5-3. The original projection was pretty close. Pops had about a 10-point favorite. Looks like Pops is going to pull this one out and improve to 6-3, and that means we're probably going to have
I had 3 players do better than was projected. And believe it or not, it was 2 running backs that outperformed, and my defense. And all the other ones, which is unreal because you look at my quarterback who has been performing spectacularly this year, and he just screwed the poop big time.
Yeah, he did. That hurt me too because he didn't. If he doesn't have a good day, Tyreek Hill doesn't have a good day, and that's my dude. That was my number 1 pick.
The Cowgirls lost to the Eagles 28-23.
Well, yeah. I was catching that. I was coming back in from the smoke. I was like, holy shit, it's almost a close game. But yeah, the Cowgirls managed to lose, and what else is fucking new? Fucking hate the Cowboys. It's just which. I take that back. I don't hate the Cowboys because if the 209 mayor here said he may not like me very much because he's a crazy Cowboys fan, and I desperately want to get him on the show. But yeah, it looks
and we
like
all
Pops
have the same type of beards too. It's freaking.
Yeah, Pops looks like he's going to pull this out, go to 6-3, and join me and Full Metal Vet, aka Tim, in a what is going to be a 3-way tie for second, I believe. I mean, I'll be up because of points, but probably not by all that much. So good on Pops for taking that one down. Lunchbox Fartbox still got a very dangerous team if he makes it into the playoffs. Who the hell knows? The last game up.
High Tech would be very mad if he heard us talking shit about his Cowboys.
I always give him shit about the Cowboys, but I can't talk that much because my team is just improved to 3-5 today. The Green Bay Packers, so the season's not over for them, and a pretty good victory against LA, but. I don't know. There were some pretty interesting comments about Jordan Love in the week prior. One was, well, the next 10 games are going to decide the Jordan Love era and future, and then the 2 days later,
10 games are going to decide the fate of not only Jordan Love, but Matt LaFleur.
Yeah,
and Gutekunst, because Pat Murphy is on his way out the building, and they're going to hire a new person. So that means anybody he brought in, bye-bye.
Yeah, probably. And then like 2 days later, it came out. We have full confidence in Jordan Love. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are fucking a mess over there. No wonder Aaron Rodgers left. But the next game or last game on our list is Mar-a-Lago Raiders, which is the second best team name, versus Pook's Picks. Originally projected advantage to Pook. but
Yeah.
it did not turn out that way. Mar-a-Lago Raiders powered behind a great game by Dak Prescott, three touchdowns, 374 passing yards, and 140-yard completion. Got him 40 points there. A lot of his players outperformed their projections. That always helps. Patrick Mahomes, despite winning, had a lackluster game. To be honest, only two TDs, 185 passing yards. So it barely got. It didn't even get 20 points, and then he had a shitty performance by Flowers, and I think that just pretty much stunk him. Unless Mixon goes crazy, I don't think he's gonna pull it off. And the Mar-a-Lago Raiders are gonna stop their skid and improve to 3-6, while Pook's gonna drop to 4-5. So once again, the Brittany Granger Memorial Football League grinds on. Did we decide? I don't remember this because Jameson and reasons. Did we decide to keep the playoffs at 6 or bump them up to 8? Because last year we bumped them up. We're gonna bump them up to 8. All right. Remind me of this tomorrow, and I'll see if I get in there on the commissioner thing and bump it up to 8. I think that'll make. I think what that'll do possibly is make.
Wait a minute. You go to 8. You go to 8.
Yeah.
Then how many games are you going to play in the playoffs? You take.
I'll have to look. And I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll look at it and see if it's really reasonable. But I think this year being our first 12-team league in a while, be fair to let a few people in there and cause a little more chaos. I guess I'd be okay with that. But hopefully
8. That cut it down to 4 after a week, and cuts it down to 2 after 2 weeks. So it's going to be a 3-game playoff.
Yeah, I guess.
Just
yeah,
means whichever team would be in first place. If they're depending on the points, would be possibly having 2 buys.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right.
Or first and second having 2 buys.
What about the Beavers? They whooping ass. Oh God, I knew you were gonna bring it up. Yeah, they did.
Yep, they did. I mentioned it for you, Carl. I said the mighty Beavers beat those lowly behold Buffaloes 26-16.
Yeah. So is Colorado just a facade? Is a neon? I told you guys this shit was gonna fucking happen. They're gonna take off all the hype, and then there's actually not much behind it. Now, this is his first year. This isn't necessarily his team, although he did bring in a ton of players. So it is, but he's got what, a 5-year contract? I'm assuming. I don't remember.
5.
5. All right, so that was right. Weird. We'll see what happens next year, but don't believe the hype, maybe, question mark? I don't know. I mean, I don't hate Deion Sanders. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. He's one of the few two-way players ever that was actually, worth a shit. Him and Bo. Can anybody name anybody else?
No.
That played at an elite level. I can't think of any other ones. But
I can name 3.
3?
Yeah.
3 more or 3
Uh-huh.
included? All right, name them.
Tony Gwynn was one of them.
He didn't play football.
No, he was going to play basketball.
Yeah.
In the NBA for the San Diego Clippers.
Yeah, I'm glad he
was drafted in the 2nd round.
He would have made it 3 years with his fucking knees.
True.
They're draining 30 cc's of fluid out of his knee every day. The last year he played,
yeah.
You know how much that is? That's a lot. That's a lot.
A shit ton.
Yeah, dude.
Dave Winfield played football, basketball, and baseball.
Yeah, but not professionally.
He was drafted in all 3 professional sports.
Yeah, but so was fucking what's his name who played for John Elway wasn't he drafted?
He was drafted in
football?
baseball and football. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was Tom Brady, baseball and football.
Yeah,
was
but I'm
actually
talking
a
about guys
higher
that actually
draft pick.
played.
He was
Yeah,
a
he
higher
should have
draft pick for the Expos as a catcher.
Anybody? Oh, no, that wouldn't have worked out.
That just made him sound even more gayer by saying, "Yeah, he's a catcher." What else? Tom Glavine, hockey and
Yeah.
baseball.
I could believe him being a hockey player.
He got drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
No shit. I think baseball was a good choice for him.
I'm trying to remember who the football player was that jumped into NASCAR. Shit. He raced in the. It was like a seniors cup series, and he did okay. So
you want to hear something completely awesome? Julian Edelman took Jerry Rice's daughter to the prom. Could you imagine if they'd had a kid? That baby would have been running routes coming out the womb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That would have been something else. That would have been something else.
Who did you date? Oh, Jerry Rice's daughter. Wait, what? Say that again.
Oh,
and he was cool with this white boy,
right? Oh man. What else we got here? Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna bring it up. I just saw something messed up, and I'm like, nah, don't tempt me. All right, Pops, are you ready?
Yeah, you got the slides.
I did. I found them. They were actually in the slides. I was panicking when I was looking.
Yeah,
because it wasn't in an email, and I'm like, oh shit. And then I look at the slides, and they're actually in the slides this time. I'm like, all right, Dad's just fucking with me now.
Yeah, I don't understand how they do that. So,
it is what it is, but we got it. Uno momento, por favor. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you're catching us wherever you are, remember we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. Why did you say X? What, Elon? Really? I think you just did it to troll all of us. He's just trolling us. Like, just change it back to Twitter, bro. Come on, like. I love Twitter. Twitter's hilarious. I mean, I'm mostly baseball Twitter. Like I follow Dallas Braden, Jared Carrabis. All the guys from fucking Baseball's Dead. Yeah. Sarah Lang, and Fuzzy, of course. Fuzzy. You got, if you're on baseball Twitter, you got to follow Fuzzy because he's fucking hilarious. And a couple other people. I'm mostly on there for baseball because I catch myself scrolling and I catch political shit, and I'm just like, I started getting angry. And I'm like, I don't know, let's see what's going on with the 209 mayor, my shoulder buddy / beard buddy. But yeah, get on all those sites.
Twin from another mother.
Yeah, I know. I thought about it.
I wounn't even doubt if he's from County Cork as well.
Right. I almost thought about it, and I'm probably gonna do it next year. I'm gonna go as Halloween as
Dallas Braden.
Dallas Braden. I'm gonna get it.
So
athletics jersey.
You just got to put a Scully cap on.
Yeah. Oh well, which I wear all the time, anyways. Right. I'm on every. I'm on every bar. I have a Scally on. It's my go-to wear for whatever. Put an athletics jersey on, and there you go. All right, so let me pull this up for Pops, and we'll get into some auto racing, which a side note, as that ends and some of our sports end, as baseball is ended, words, we're gonna have to start going back to some lists and all-time greats and favorite races and best matchups and best Super Bowls and best World Series and all that. But
This is what cracks me up the most.
hmm,
NASCAR literally has the smallest turnaround.
yeah,
They start
hockey,
back up in
yeah.
February.
Right.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that they probably have the shortest, and then hockey, probably, right? Baseball after that.
But to be honest with you, now it's easier because they got the same chassis, the same body work, so they don't have to create everything they used to. I mean, they used to create their own skins all the time. And
Yeah,
now
I remember that.
It's just pieces you buy and put on.
Oh, all right, here we go. Boom. I like it.
That's a
The
great
Max
picture,
Verstappen
isn't it?
charity tour.
Again?
Yeah, dude. It's fucking
He's
Germans,
won
man.
17 out of 20 races this year. It's ridiculous.
Jeez.
They got two
Yeah.
more races to go, and no one can get close to him. He's
But
got
you know what?
520 What?
Yeah, I mean, before Max came on the scene a couple years ago, remember Red Bull sucked for a few years. Remember?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, it was Mercedes and then fucking everybody else.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, boom, Red Bull comes back into the picture with Max and the Mad German, or
but,
just
I mean,
German. You really
that
just need to say
chassis has
German.
got to be
Just
awesome,
say
to
German.
be
It
honest
sounds
with
a
you.
lot safer that way.
Yeah, it's got to be an awesome chassis because both of their drivers are doing okay.
Yeah.
When you look at that,
He's-
go ahead, next slide.
Isn't he basically doing what
Oh.
Hamilton did for 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
No,
yeah, and
Hamilton
then
did it for 7 years.
yeah, and then before that, it was another German.
What's
oh.
his face? Michael something.
Michael Schumacher. Yeah. There's a neat show. If any of you guys have access to Amazon Prime Video, through it you can find a show called Connections. It's hosted by one of my favorite auto people in the world, Richard Hammond.
Oh yeah.
And it's all about engineering connections.
Huh.
And they have one on F1. And it goes through all the connections that go into engineering an F1 car and the safety to everything. It's super cool, and I love Richard Hammond because he's a short little arse and he crashes things. He crashes shit all the time. He's infamous for crashing people's cars. In fact, the supercar company out of Croatia won't let them drive their cars anymore.
I missed the original Top Gear crew.
Oh yeah, they're great. Well, I mean, they still do the Grand Tour, and they still do they do a series like once every couple of months on Amazon, and where they get together, Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and who's the third one? I can't remember. James May.
Yeah,
James
Captain
May. Yeah,
Slow.
Captain Slow. Yeah. Yeah, you can still watch that, but yeah, I love it. So it's a neat thing to check out. It's called Connections on Amazon Prime. I think it's a link to like another network, but you could still watch it for free. And it's really neat how they connect all these weird things like sales to F1.
Yeah.
Sales. The triangle sail invented by the Arabs. Somehow comes into play in F1. It's really neat. All right, moving on.
And speaking of having things right, Sergio Perez is the one that's sitting back there in the catbird seat because he's got the Red Bull chassis. So he is sitting in second place for the year. He finished fourth this morning, and he had 258 points. Now, remember, go back to the previous slide, and you can see what what Max Verstappen has.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back real quick. 524 points.
Right.
258 points. Jesus.
That's second place.
Fuck, man.
Now,
Dude,
wait a minute.
back off a little bit. Make it fun. Like, geez.
It gets worse. Go to the next slide.
You know, if I was Max at the start of the race, I would just gun it, pull into the infield, pop out of my car, and crack a beer. Like, guys,
He
go
probably
ahead.
takes a nap. Don't
Go ahead.
Don't.
Go ahead. I'm gonna have a beer. Hey, bring that chick over here. We're gonna sit here and talk. How long they been going? 40 minutes. All right, let's go. I'll start racing again, but just so I can finish the race and get some constructor points. Jesus, man.
7-time world champion is really wondering if his car can finish in the top 3 this year. He is.
Wow.
He said after today, he says, you know, I think we're in good shape because there's only 2 more times I got to race this damn car. If you're that upset with your car, it's not a good deal.
No, he's not used to this.
He's he's a 226 points, so he's only 20-some points below second place. It'll be interesting to see. But he finished way back in 8th today. So
How much is he making a year?
say what?
How much is he making a year?
Around 30 million, something like that.
Damn. And mostly tax-free, right? Because he lives in Morocco, or
Right.
that's his residence.
Yeah.
Well, I don't fucking blame him. If I was making that money, I want to live in England.
You know, I still think there a lot of the countries are doing what the United States did. It's you get taxed by locality where you were paid. So in other words, if you live in California and you race in Nevada, you pay Nevada taxes for that income. It's interesting to see, but it's I don't care what making the money they make. It doesn't matter because they're getting a ton. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Here's the guy that's really screwing things up for Formula One. Lando Norris. Some bit comes in second, third place, and he's got the McLaren car, which is supposedly junk.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's in 5th in points. So when you think about it, you got Red Bull, you got Mercedes, you got Ferrari. Well, how the hell can it be any higher than 7th place? But he's in 5th, so he's a hell of a racer.
Yeah. By any chance, are his parents Star Wars fans?
Or what?
Yeah.
Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
His
know.
first name's Lando. Lando
no,
Calrissian. Hello. I just
God,
put
I
it
know,
out
it could
there.
be.
They very well could be. People are weird, man. What are we gonna name our boy? Well, what's the last movie you watched? Star Wars. Well, Chewbacca would be a bit of a stretch, but
That would be putting
that would probably be like you name your kid Chewbacca. He better end up being
Better
like
be
the next
Harry.
UFC champion or something, right? Because that's a boy named Sue type shit, right? You name your kid Chewbacca, like that better
And
be
he's
one
not
tough
Harry.
kid. And he's not Harry. But I just noticed Lando. I'm like, that's not a very common name. All right.
No.
So, yeah. So I'm guessing somebody wants to look it up. Lando Norris's parents, psycho Star Wars fans. Just saying, maybe, allegedly. I don't know. We'll see. Next slide. Well,
Okay.
God,
Here's your buddy.
that's my
The old
boy.
man of F1, 42 years old. And
I
he's still
love
kicking
it.
butt.
Just
He
drive
came
by
home in
people.
3rd place today.
Ow.
And he's done in the best equipment, but he's doing okay for himself. He's in 4th place in the standings for the year. So he has definitely brought his team up from where they were before, which is it's just kind of neat to see.
I
Next slide.
love it. That's my dude. And of course, he's sponsored by Peroni. Why wouldn't he be? It just blew me away when I used to work at a very high-end Italian restaurant. People would order that shit. And I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of money for fucking water. Which is probably why they can afford to sponsor Fernando Alonso. All right.
Now,
He looks confused.
This is your amazing kid,
Yeah.
Lance Stroll.
Took Did he find
He
his
does. He
missing
continues
chromosome?
to amaze. He finished 5th today. He is there for one specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
His dad owns the team.
Oh, so he's a seat buyer.
Well, it's weird. He got the job, and his dad was sponsoring the car. And then he said, "I think I'm going to just buy the team." So he did.
Yeah.
And so
His eyes are too close together.
I would love to be that. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? I think I'm going to buy an F1 team. Wait, what? How much are those worth these days? God, how much is just a middle of the road F1 team worth?
Well, I mean, they spent $175 million a year for 2 cars.
50 of that is just for a car before you even get the steering wheel.
Fuck! That's crazy.
Well, wait a minute,
man.
and that $175 million does not include driver's salary. Driver's salary is completely outside of that. So,
or your pit team.
I thought they were involved.
So you got to fly everywhere too. I don't know. Anyways, what about Lance Stroll?
He finished 5th today in Brazil, and he's not a complete slouch. How's that? Because he's driving a car that's nowhere near the quality of the other cars around him, and he did finish in 5th place today.
Right.
But he is back in 10th place in points, so he is the bottom of the first team, if that makes sense. Because there's 10 teams.
Yeah.
And he's in 10th, which means he's the very last of the first place team. That makes sense?
Okay. Sure.
All right.
For F1, I guess.
Go to the next one. It gets clearer from here. Ben Rose in the truck series, the Craftsman truck series. Ben finished 2nd 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was in the playoffs this year, and was able to. That's what cracks you up. He finished in 5th place today, but that's that's better than his other competitors, which means none of the final 4 placed in the top 5, which is unreal. But anyway, the other competitors basically took each other out, is really what it comes down to. Hocevar just crashed out his opponent, and then let me grab the sheet and I'll tell you exactly what happened. Corey Heim and Hocevar went into turn 3 side by side, actually 3 deep, and Hocevar kind of just pushed Corey Heim out of the way.
Oops.
Yeah. So then they go on racing, and Hocevar is running down about 10th or 11th place. Corey Heim is way back because his car got messed up. However, they did manage to get back together again, where Corey Heim is running just a little bit in front of Hocevar, and he basically parked it in the middle of the turn, and Hocevar couldn't do anything but plow into him. And so it was extremely embarrassing to put it point blank. And any number of the Cup teams were really, really bitching about it. These guys are supposed to be professional drivers, and they still do stupid shit that you as a young kid at a local track. But anyway, Ben Rhodes came through and basically came out with a 2nd championship series. Next slide is Cole Custer, who drives for Tony Stewart. And Cole was racing Cup Series last year and got demoted back down to Xfinity.
And then promptly won the championship.
Yeah, and getting demoted because he couldn't win a Cup. got him bring back into Xfinity Series, and now he comes up with a championship. So the second championship, and it's neat to see. But he is going to be back in Xfinity next year. He's not moving back up the Cup.
Huh.
Next slide. Second generation driver. Actually,
yeah, I hate these guys. Just make me feel old.
Yeah, he does.
Like I used to drink with your dad.
Right? Yeah, really.
Dave, right? Dave was his dad, right?
Yep. And Dave was there rooting Ryan on. But he is your. They just got this done about 6:00. So he is your
nice
2023 NASCAR Cup champion. And obviously, you have to mention that it is also a Penske driver. Gee, Penske wins again. Imagine that.
The captain gets another ring. Weird.
Yeah. He has to build another. He has to build another wing onto the trophy room.
Right.
Anyway, next week we got Las Vegas for F1, and then 2 weeks after that they got Abu Dhabi, and that is it for them. So racing is slowly coming to a close, and we will see what kind of excitement they can come up with, because this is honest to God truth. There is someone suing NASCAR because they're giving women and non-white people too much of an advantage. So anyway, that's the NASCAR having fun, because they can't win if they lose.
Racist.
Everything's racist, dude. Yeah, it is what it is. Jesus, man. All right. Anything else in the future? F1 still got a couple races to go, even though it's pretty much over, correct?
Yep.
It's been done for like 3 months.
As far as the
Yeah.
driver championship has been, it's been unreal. I mean, there's the difference between first and second place is more than the second place points. that should tell you something.
That's crazier than Jesus. That's nuts.
All right. So I ditched my Friar uniform, of course, to show off baseball is the best. Link to find that t-shirt is up. All you gotta do is copy it. Or you can just go to Twitter and S-Lang on sports. It's if you notice, it says ALS down the middle, which is baseball's disease, Lou Gehrig's disease. Sarah Lang, a researcher for baseball tonight, ESPN, many other entities. She is suffering from ALS, which is a 100% killer. And she's one of the sweetest people out there. She's still doing work, still doing appearances, especially throughout the baseball season this year. And hopefully that can continue as long as it can. But that shirt is not very expensive, about $30. It's actually very comfy. And all the money goes to support research to end ALS. So please go ahead and copy that link and go out there and buy a t-shirt and support that, and send some love to Sarah, telling her you got her back. So to baseball, and I got a little thing. Despite him getting hurt, the dog is gonna dog, and you know who I'm talking about. Here he is. But we had to have a little fun with it. Max is gonna max. The Texas Rangers, who picked them to win? Woo! This guy did.
Yeah, but you said 6 games.
I don't know if I got.
Well,
did I say 6 or 5?
Huh?
No, it was 5 games. They went. Yeah.
Oh, it's only 5. Okay.
You said 5.
Yeah,
man. You said 5.
I did. I got it. I nailed it. Oh. it was kind of a cool series. Nobody expected these teams to be in it. Reports say the Rangers believed they were going to be in it at the beginning of the season, and they had some cause to do that. But throughout the season, their entire starting rotation imploded. And then they got Max Scherzer in a trade, and he got hurt. What the hell was that fucking injury? Tibius major, minor, something like that. Just shoulder injury, go figure. And that shut him down. But Jordan Montgomery stepped up. It really, you know what's funny about that series? Who do you think got more hits, the Rangers or the Diamondbacks?
The Diamondbacks.
The Rangers got more hits.
No, the Diamondbacks got more hits.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, but the hits that the Rangers got
were always leaving people on base. That's right.
Were 2 and 3 run dingers. So,
2 or 3 run dingers.
Yeah, and Corey Seager had an amazing series. Man, happy for them. A couple of cool things about it, too. It's the second time he's been a World Series MVP, right? Who's the guy? Is it Will Smith? Who's the first player? Is that the guy's name? I can't remember. I swear I'm fucking this up, but he's won 3 World Series in a row with 3 different teams.
Yeah,
it's Will Smith. He was with the Dodgers, the Astros, and now the Rangers. Yeah,
right. So that's crazy. I got real worried at the beginning of this. Well, not the beginning, but midway through when Adolis went down with an oblique. You know what that is? That's basically either side of here. That's your oblique, right? And you fucking can't do anything when you hurt that shit. I don't know if I talked about it last week, but I remember doing it, having a strain, and then thinking I was good to go, and then taking a very large shit and re-injuring because I was just oh shit, damn it. So yeah, I was like, oh man, their biggest bangers out, but everybody else stepped up. Marcus Semien,
Evan Carter.
Finally, stepped up huge. Was it Jankowski came in there to play right and stepped up first game, 2 dingers or 2 hits. The vaunted, well, I'd say it was vaunted. It was definitely much more. A lot of people had a higher opinion of the Arizona Diamondbacks bullpen. It did not show, especially in the bullpen game. They got shellacked. I mean, holy shit. Did not expect that. Thought that was going to be a bit closer. Henny giving you almost 6. And oh god, what's his name? Kyle. The Diamondbacks pitcher. Fuck.
The guy with the glasses, the one that was pitching the no-hitter till the 7th.
Zach Gallen. Zach
Gallen.
Yeah. I turned to my father-in-law when this happened when he gave up the first hit, and I'm like, uh-oh, watch. He's gonna fucking implode. Watch. And he did. He did. There's something about that. People get all crazy when like a no-hitter goes to the 6th or 7th inning, and all of a sudden you get a hit and the manager yanks him.
Oh, here we go. I've got updated baseball news right now.
All right, go ahead. Come at me.
Nathan Lowe of the Rangers, first base, won a Gold Glove.
Nice.
Andres Jimenez, second baseman for the Guardians, Gold Glove. Matt Chapman from the Blue Jays, third base, Gold Glove winner. Anthony Volpe, shortstop, Yankees, Gold Glove. Catcher. Yep.
The fucking rookie?
Yeah, the rookie won a Gold Glove.
Bullshit. Hold on a second here. Hold on.
Jonah
keep going.
Heim, catcher, Rangers.
What was the rookie?
Gold Glove.
His name?
Anthony Volpe.
The Yankee. Volpe? How do you spell it?
VOLPE.
Yeah. All right, exactly how I thought. Never mind. All right.
Pitcher, Jose Barrios, Blue Jays. Gold Glove. Left field, Stephen Kwan, Guardians. Center field, Kevin Kiermaier, Blue Jays. Right field, Adolis Garcias, Rangers. Moving on to the National League. First base, Christian Walker, D-backs. Slightly edged out, Paul Goldschmidt. Nico Horner, Cubs, second base, Gold Glove.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Third base, Key Brian Hayes, Pirates, edged out Nolan Arenado. Dansby Swanson, Cubs, shortstop, Gold Glove.
Hell yeah.
Gabriel Moreno, D-backs, catcher, Gold Glove. Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, and he's
pitcher,
what, like 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 23 years old. So, Jesus, that guy's going to be a monster.
Zach Wheeler just won a Gold Glove. Left fielder Ian Happ of the Cubs, Gold Glove. Center fielder.
He got a fucking Gold Glove this year?
Yeah, Ian Happ did. Yep.
Wow. Oh, I did not think that was going to happen. I watched him.
Bradenton Doyle of the Rockies, center field, got a Gold Glove. Fernando Tatis Jr.
Hey, something good for the Rockies.
What? That's your buddy.
Got a Gold Glove.
Yeah, fucking whatever. They're bat flip.
Those are your Gold Glove winners. Coming up will be with this week. Cy Young winners.
Oh, right. I can't wait
What's
for that. That's going to be
a Golden Glove.
Fielding percentage, basically.
Fielding percentage, fielding assists.
Yep.
Assist aided outs, throwing out somebody, minimal amount of errors, fielding errors.
Yep. So back to the World Series. There were 6. Now there are 5. Rangers, that's their first World Series victory ever. So now there's 5. Can anybody tell me the 5 teams who haven't won a World Series yet? Go.
Padres, 1969. Brewers, 1969. Seattle Mariners, 1977. Colorado Rockies, 1993. Tampa Bay Devil Rays, 1998. Those were the years they came into the league.
Yep, those are the only teams that haven't won one. So, out of those 5 teams, who's got the best chance in the next 5 years to win a World Series?
Padres and
Keep
Braves.
in mind,
Rays. Padres and
Juan
Rays.
Soto's probably on his way out.
True.
He's probably going somewhere.
It's rumored that he leaves. They're going to fill that hole with somebody, and they're going to get JD Martinez,
well, obviously
free
fill with somebody,
to be the DH because Nelson Cruz retired.
Yeah. After the Rangers fucking won a World Series, he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I quit. I'm out, because he was a long time Texas Ranger.
You know what's going to be really scary is if Randy Arozarena doesn't re-sign with the Rays and goes to play with his boy in Texas.
Oh yeah, he's not signing with the fucking Rays. They don't spend money on anybody, dude. They're a what do you call it? A turnstile team. They just fucking turn people in and out, and once you're through your contract, see ya. Go ahead, go make your money, or we trade you. Yeah, they don't spend money at all.
That outfield will be sick if he joins the Rangers with Carter, Arozarena, and Garcia. Oh my God!
You
and most people don't know this, but
Murderers Row.
Carter in August was playing Double-A baseball.
Yeah, I know. He's a rook. You know,
yeah.
he's a young buck, and so next year you get a whole year of Carter. Next year,
Yeah,
full year. No, there may be some regression, maybe not. Maybe it's even better. I don't know, but I like
so
those
coming
teams.
up.
I like Seattle. I like Seattle. I think they got pitching, which they can
No.
still improve on. They are in the Shohei sweepstakes, which we're going to talk about in a little bit.
The Red Sox and the Padres.
The Padres, no fucking way that's happening. They're so they had to take out a fucking loan to make payroll. They had to take a $50 million loan out to make their payroll.
Bally Sports fucked them.
Yeah. That's fucking sounds like
the
problem.
Yeah, what was Valley Sports paying for the broadcast rights? Because they had a whole bunch of. I mean, Cincinnati was one of them.
They had 19 teams.
Yeah.
It was roughly around 75 million.
Huh. For all that.
And MLB stepped up and took over those teams broadcasting.
Yeah,
which was nice.
All right, so Doc took
free agency starts. Free agency starts on November 6th. The baseball winter meetings are the 4th through the 7th of December. January 23, the 2024 Hall of Fame class is announced. Mid-February, spring training opens. February 22nd, Cactus League officially opens. February 24th, the Grapefruit League officially opens. March 20th and 21st is the Seoul Korea opening series. And then March 28th is opening day throughout baseball, where all teams will be playing again.
Well, I mean,
I need to get
a short off-season.
We've got that covered. I've got that baseball package covered.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we need to get sweet. No, but I need to give you some money for that, anyways. But we need to get a counter that we can put up on the screen for during the show.
Right underneath my name. Today's 147 days till baseball's back.
147 days. That's too fucking long. All right. Anyways, getting back, you took the Padres for the team for the next 5 years because that's your team. That makes sense.
I said between the Padres and the Rays. It's between those two teams.
Well, you got to pick one.
I'm going to say the Padres.
Okay. All right. I'm taking the Mariners. Pops. Out of those five teams, Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, Seattle, San Diego. Doc took the Padres. I took Seattle Mariners. So you've got out of those five teams, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, Milwaukee Brewers, Seattle Mariners, San Diego Padres, Colorado Rockies. Who has the best chance of winning the World Series in the next 5 years?
St. Louis.
That's not one of the five teams.
Oh,
you got Milwaukee, Seattle. Not won a World Series. Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, Seattle, San Diego, Colorado. Please don't say Colorado.
All right.
They're never ever going to win.
Have your dad drug tested.
Well, what do you think, Pops?
In spite of it being a small, terribly small market team, I'll go with Milwaukee.
All right. Hey, I've got some.
That's scary.
If I can do it, I have some footage of if you saw the deciding game of the World Series, which was Game 5. Nathan Eovaldi started against Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen no hit through 6 innings, 6 and a third, I think it was. Okay, 6 and 2/3. Yeah, what's the Rangers? Something that was the Rangers scoring everything with 2 outs. That was the story of the series, by the way. But we have footage of Nathan Eovaldi compressed. All right. Navigating that deciding game because it was not easy for him. Right? I mean, he was jammed up a bunch of times. Also had the best, I think he had the best ERA with runners in scoring position in MLB, which is kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, which means you walk guys and let guys get on base, but then once you do, you
won 5
shut them down.
Games.
Yeah, he's a stud. Like he's a
Yeah, and
postseason
my Red
stud,
Sox let him
for sure.
go. Freaking
Well, that's what the Red Sox do.
Bloom.
They let Mookie go too. I mean, why? I have no idea. Well, he gone.
Yeah, thank freaking God. Should have been gone the minute he let that guy go. Fucking piece of shit.
Well, the fucking Red Sox. This is what the Red Sox do. They either finish last or they win the fucking World Series. That's what they do. All right, here we go.
2009, we've won more World Series than the Yankees have.
You won more World Series than everybody else. Since 2000, you've won more World Series than anybody else. But
True.
You either finish last or you fucking win the series. It's like your fucking thing. It's hilarious. And I love Red Sox fans. I mean, I love the Red Sox. That's my American League team. It has been. Why you say that, Minnie? Well, because they were the only other team that suffered almost as long as the Cubs. So I had to have something to identify with, something to root for. When the Cubs are absolutely terrible, at least the Red Sox maybe had a chance. And in 2004, I got my wish. You know, after a year after my heart got ripped out of my chest by a foul ball in the stands, and some dude got blamed for it, unfortunately. But anyways, here is courtesy of MLB and Fox Network, okay? This is the actual footage of how Nathan Eovaldi navigated that deciding game and picked the win. I think this is hilarious. Sorry, that's fucking funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. That was one of the guttiest. God, just an amazing performance by Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, so many times I'm just watching it like, oh God, oh God, oh, this is gonna blow up my face. I'm gonna look like an idiot because I got smoked. I mean, look, the vast majority of us got smoked during the postseason. A lot of us got this wrong. Nobody saw the Diamondbacks and the Rangers in the World Series. No. And it happened. And unfortunately, don't read too much into the ratings. Like game one was one of the worst ever as far as viewership, but it was on a Friday. A lot of other things were going on. I think it's still overall, it was good. As far as the whole year, viewership was up, attendance was up, revenue was up. But man, that was just such a gutsy performance by Nathan Eovaldi. And why would you expect anything less? I mean, he did get roughed up in game one. He gave up five runs in 5 innings, but they still picked up the W on that one.
What was that? That was 9, or was that 10?
That was 11. That was 11. 11-5.
11-5.
Yeah.
And then the second game was 10-1 Diamondbacks, and I was like, well, that's an interesting series. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that one threw me for a loop a little bit. But I mean, you look at what were the Diamondbacks in that game 5? What was they were 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You get a man on. What the hell are you doing with the number 3 hitter bunting? Why are you bunting with the number 3 hitter? Why?
And Christian
insane.
Walker doing that stupid base running blunder. Oh, I'm not going to stop. I'm not paying attention to my base coach. Jackass.
Well, I mean, that happens, but, anybody faster than him, I'd say okay. But, I mean,
when the dude is like this and you're at second base and you just clearly
if you watch
him,
it, he's waving him. turns second, he's waving him, right? He's waving, go, 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 go. So he puts his head down, just rocking. And trust me, you really do got to fucking pay attention to what you're doing when you run the bases. So you hit that corner, and you hit the corner, and you get oomph off of it. And 2, you don't fucking, blow an ankle out, twist an ankle, or blow a knee out. Those bases are not exactly like tacky, kind of a little slippery. Now they're bigger this year, but still, you got to pay attention to what you're doing. So he sees go, go, go. He's coming around second to third, and then all of a sudden the third base goes, oh, shit, he's going to make that throw. Stop. He's not looking. He should have been looking, but he wasn't. I get it. It happens sometimes. That's a mistake you can't make in a World Series game, for sure. I'll give you that. And he did make that mistake. And then he had that costly error. He didn't have a good series. I felt really bad for the guy because he's a tremendous player. He's going to continue to be a tremendous player. You can see a lot of good things from him, but I hope he takes this and decides to and improve and all right, I'm going even harder next year. You haven't seen shit yet from me. I am going even harder next year. So, that's what I hope you see from him. All right. A little off-season talk to Shohei Ohtani. Now, yes, I have a lot of problems with this fucking dude. He's fucking amazing. Hey, Doc, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Patrick Doc Lang checking in. I hope Alaska's treating you well. I love you. But the Shohei stakes are about to start. Now, Shohei, of course, is going to get Tommy John surgery for the second time in, 5 years? It's the second time in 5 years?
Yeah.
So he will not be pitching again until 2025. However, he is a left-handed bat and a very good one at that. His stats this year before he got hurt, he batted .304 with a .412 on base percentage, .654 slug, 44 home runs, 95 RBIs, scored 102 runs, had a 184 OPS plus. Now his pitching was 10-5, 110 games, lost 5, 3.1 ERA, 132 innings pitched, 167 Ks, a 1.061 WHIP, and a 142 ERA plus adjusted for parks and whatnot. This guy is slated to get an insane amount of money, and unfortunately, and I hate to say it, I fucking don't think he necessarily deserves it. Look, he's been hurt pretty much every other year he's been in the league. He's amazing. Don't get me wrong. He's a freak. Nobody else could do what he does. Nobody else has done what he does since Babe Ruth, who killed his wife. Squirrel. Anyways, so you're basically buying a left-handed bat, a DH, because he's probably not in the field, right?
They can put a performance-based contract together too.
Yeah, but he's probably not going to fucking sign that one. And then here's the thing on top of it. He pitches because he DHs and wants to DH and play he pitches every 6th day, not every 5th day, every 6th day. So that messes up your rotation because you have 5 guys and every other team, everybody pitches every 5th day. Now you got a guy that comes in and pitches only every 6th day. So what do you do with the rotation? I'm not saying you can't adjust to it, but you have to have the personnel to adjust to it. And I hate to say it, but a little public enemy, don't believe the hype. I don't think that he's worth the fucking money that he's probably going to end up getting. And there's a bunch of teams that are.
Well, let me ask you this.
Well, yeah.
What is the league leading batters worth?
Oh God. Well, if you go how much is Aaron Judge getting paid? 30? Let's look up Aaron Judge's salary real quick.
It's around 30, 35.
I'm looking. Aaron Judge salary. Let's see. he's last year. He's making $40 million a year.
All right. So then,
Okay.
You offer Ote $60 million a year because he's going to be one of the top hitters of the league, and he pitches. You don't base
but not next year. Yeah,
Okay.
but not next year. Next year he's not going to
So
pitch.
you have a higher
he-
DH. How many people have a team with a solid DH like that?
Right.
Yeah. Is he worth that? He's
Yeah.
worth that. I don't think he's that.
What's his average?
Oh God! Now I gotta look that shit up. Hold on. Shohei Ohtani, Baseball Reference over his career. All right. His career batting average is 274. His on base percentage is 366. His slugging is 556. His OPS is 922. Which is pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
League average for
And he's
PS is
got what?
168,
69 home runs.
Over his career, 171. Last year he hit 44. Last year he had a really good year until he got hurt. And then shut down.
He still played more games than Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
Well, that homeboy's on knees borrowed from I don't know the Egypt. I don't think Giancarlo Stanton's got very much longer left in this league. His legs are just gone. If you remember seeing him run that into into home plate, he just jogged it in because he probably couldn't go any faster because it hurt too bad. And I feel bad. Like I get it. Like it's with any sport, but especially fucking baseball. When your lower half is gone, that's it. You're done.
And Aaron Judge is going to be in that realm in a couple years. So,
hopefully they are smart and make him the DH and trade trade Stanton to somebody that's trying to win right now for a year.
They owe too much money to him.
Judge down. Well, fucking pay it off. The Mets did it. The Mets did it this year. They paid off. They got rid of Scherzer and
they Verlander. But did you see how much money
Verlander? They paid off.
Scherzer was getting paid from the Mets and the Nationals to be a Ranger. He's getting like 33 million from the Mets and 15 million from the Nationals, and the Rangers only paid 6.
Yeah, good deal.
And the dude had a shitty freaking postseason.
Well, I mean, he was fucking hurt, man. He was hurt. He was what they call it. No, but Toradol is a hell of a drug, man. From experience. It's fucking great. Like, oh my God, this fucking hurts. Ooh, I feel so much better and warm. Yeah, as our hopeful guest calls it the T train, because it is a fun one. If you ever had muscular injuries or anything like that,
taken it for headaches.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Fun.
It's
what's even better
because it just
is when you get Toradol and morphine. I think the mountain blew up in Kentucky.
Uh-oh. All right. Well,
he usually either goes down during the show or 3 minutes before the show.
Right.
He didn't go down before the show started, so he's about on par.
Yeah. All right. So but he was important part of this conversation. Damn it, Pops.
So I think.
All right. So the places were.
I think he's going to go to the Red Sox because he has
that's
his friend playing left field.
Matsui?
And when and when he was done for the year, there was no more samurai helmet. That went back to Japan.
Yeah.
And because of his connection with the left fielder for the Red Sox, the Red Sox have also been granted privilege to the pitcher Yamamoto, who's coming over.
Is that guy that 25-year? Is that the guy?
He's the 25-year-old Japanese pitcher. And then
just threw like a fucking 14K no hitter.
Yeah, and then
all right,
they were also granted privilege to talk to the 17-year-old high school kid, who's
don't do that. Don't
he's
do
either
that.
going to go
young,
pro,
too young.
Or he's going to go to Vanderbilt.
Of course. Good baseball school. All right, so yeah, you mentioned one of the Ohtani. Welcome back, Pops. By the way, one of the Ohtani
I mentioned two of them
potential
actually.
stops. Yeah, so we've got the Angels are a possibility. I don't think it's likely, but they're a possibility. The Dodgers are definitely a possibility. That is bitter ass front office who thought they had everything lined up. I mean, granted, like, not an excuse because it happened to the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers starting rotation got exploded. So did the Dodgers, but the Rangers persevered, made some good trades, went after it, and won the World Series. So the Dodgers are a little bitter, and they have the money. They definitely have the money. The San Francisco Giants have been trying desperately for the last 3 years to land a big free agent. That team is old. And they need a spark. And granted, I think they need to do with pitching and go after Ian Snell, but they're probably going to try and sign Shohei.
Blake Snell.
Blake Snell, sorry. I always fuck up the first name. What is that with me? Anyways, the Mariners, which I talked about, I picked them most likely team to win a World Series in the next 5 years. Yeah, very, very close. And you have the Eastern connection, and they love it. If you remember in the All-Star game, I don't know if you remember this, but every time Shohei came up to bat, the crowd chanted, "Come to Seattle. Come to Seattle." So the fans were definitely making a push to bring the Shohei show to Seattle. And if they land them, they got to be favorites next year to win the World Series and make me look like a fucking genius, which I am. The Mets.
You think? Hey, did
the
you
Mets.
Did you see my note about the microphone?
Yes, they did, and it worked. Yes.
Okay. But you're dropping out. I don't know why you're dropping out now.
I don't know. We'll work on it again.
Yeah.
I did. You said the bottom button turned all the way to the right?
Yep.
All right. I turned it all the way to the right. It's all to the right.
No, I don't know why, but you are just dropping out and coming right back. So it's kind of weird.
Oh gosh. Yesterday I had zero problems. I'm having them again. Yay. The Mets, despite unloading a lot Scherzer, Justin Verlander. I mean, Steve likes to spend the money and he wants to win. So we'll see. That's rumored to be a destination. Padres are rumored to be a destination. I can't believe this. I don't know how they have any money left to fucking spend. I don't. They have $220 million on their 2024 payroll. Like, holy shit. Where's that money going to come from? They had to take out a loan to pay their fucking bills. Like, give me a fucking break. The Texas Rangers are in the mix.
That one makes
definitely
sense.
could use some pitching help. It does make sense, and they are willing to spend the money. That front office is, let's go get it. Let's go get some.
I don't understand why a team that's in that kind of throws economically, why they don't come up and get some of the players to take retroactive pay.
I don't know. That's
Rather
a good
than get a
point.
loan, because the loan's going to be a hell of an expense. You sure as heck
Oh, hell
do
yeah.
it cheaper. You sure as shit do it cheaper. Just deferring
Yeah.
some income from some people.
It would definitely, if the Rangers do pick him up, that's another left-handed bat. It opens up the DH spot, or it closes the DH spot for Texas. I mean, if you think about it, we haven't had I don't think we've had a World Series repeat since like 2000, right? So that could be awesome. And the Rangers are definitely willing to spend, so we'll see. And my favorite destination for him, I think the Cubs would be great, but that's not fucking happening. It's the Boston Red Sox. So they've had 3 last place AL East finishes in the past 4 years. Of course, they won a World Series in one of those, but they got a new GM / baseball of operations,
Executive.
whatever you want to fucking call them, executive. A lot of people are leaning towards the Red Sox making him. They signed Masaka Yoshida from Japan last offseason. Now they've got even Martinez, who got caught on a hot mic the other day saying umpires don't know shit, which is pretty funny because they kind of don't times. But Pedro's out there stumping for Ohtani.
Did you notice during the World Series that the strike box would disappear in some innings, and it was weird.
No, I don't. I didn't notice it, but
and all of a sudden there wouldn't be any strike box.
No, I didn't notice that, but I did notice they added the red thing to like to where the ball finished up, if it was a strike or not. I thought that was interesting, but he could, I mean, you get a new guy in. Heim's gone, so you got Craig Breslow in. He's got to make a splash. The Red Sox got to come back. How do you do that? You sign Ohtani, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if the powers that be, and I can't remember the owner's name, but if they say John Henry, there you go. He says, yeah, here's the check. It's blank. Go Ohtani. Then they're going to go get Ohtani. He's going to end up being a Red Sox. And then the Red Sox are going to do what the Red Sox do. They're going to go from worst to first. So we'll see.
In a very, very perfect world for my life, we'll have Rafael Devers at third base. Trevor Story is at second. We'll bring up our shortstop from the minors, who is a phenomenally good. We'll have Tristan Casillas at first. Callis.
That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, it's Callis. Yeah.
We'll spend some money on a catcher.
Who are you gonna get?
I want JT Realmuto.
Even available? Never gonna happen. Never.
I can hope.
Well, yeah, you could. You could definitely hope that dude is not leaving Philly for fucking Boston unless they piss him off, and I doubt that's gonna happen.
And then,
but yeah,
our outfield will be stacked.
But who's gonna pitch?
Well, we're getting rid of Corey Kluber and his fucking old ass. We're gonna have to have a long conversation. That guy's a gangster. Maybe 15 years ago, not now.
For years. Not even 15 years ago. Like he was. He
was better when he was an
Game
Indian.
1 starter. Yeah,
when he was with an Indian.
2016 World Series. Yeah, 2016 World Series. He was fucking awesome.
That's
for
eons
years
ago.
All right, yeah. He's past his prime. Fine, whatever.
So
anyways, moving on.
Then we have a long conversation with Chris Sale and go, look, dude, you're no longer a starting pitcher. Your old ass that can't fucking do anything but hit a broadside of a barn. You're going to be our
make him a
damn
closer
reliever. Yeah, you're going to either be
a closer.
the dude setting up the closer, or you're going to be like 5 to 8 innings to help. You're doing one of those roles, but you're no longer a starting pitcher. You haven't been a starting pitcher for
It's an awful
4
lot of money
years.
to pay somebody to be a closer, though, isn't it?
But if they're good,
It's a lot of money.
Makes perfect sense. Look at it. Look at Aroldis Chapman.
Speaking of that, though, who's fucking done? Who's fucking done? That guy's done. For whatever reason, I think so.
He's got 3 World Series rings.
Yeah. Well, one with the Yankees, one with the Cubs, and one with the Rangers. But it is like this.
Wasn't
like
he also on the Astros?
A train wreck. No,
he wasn't on the cheating Astros squad.
He came up as a
red.
Traded to the Yankees. Yeah. Traded to the Cubs. Traded to the Yankees. Not traded back, but signed back with the Yankees, and then traded to the Royals. Then traded to the Rangers.
Okay.
God, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. I got it back. Yeah, squirrel. I got it back. If you go on Twitter, or X, fucking Elon. Josh Hader is a free agent, and it put out a video. I don't know if I can find it quick enough. I will try. Closer. Come on, find it. Twitter. Find it. No. Okay. Let's see.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to find. Yeah. I'm trying to find a that Josh Hader put out. Anyways, he's a free agent. One of the best, arguably one of the most dominant closers the last 5 years in baseball. He's a free agent this year. What's up, Jeremy? Man, sorry, I just caught you. I apologize, brother. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. But he's a free agent. He could be a big impact player for a team like Boston, like Chicago. We'll see where he goes.
I wouldn't mind seeing him come to Boston, but he better be on his game and pitch when he's told to freaking pitch.
Yeah.
Not pull that little pussy ass shit he pulled when he was in San Diego. Oh, I don't want to ruin my innings. Then what the fuck are you pitching for?
No. I'm gonna come back on you on that. How many times has Josh Hader been asked to get more than 3 outs in his entire fucking career? Fucking 0.
Several times when he was with Milwaukee.
No. And then all of a sudden, no. Actually not. No. And San Diego says, hey, we want you to get fucking more than 3 outs. He's like, fuck you. You're not paying me for that. I get your point, but you got to understand where I'm coming at. When you don't do it and you're paying me to get 3 outs and you ask me to get more, fuck you. No, you should have paid me more. It's weird. It's the only time I'm ever on the side of labor is baseball.
He was traded. Yeah. He has no choice in this matter. He was traded to the Padres.
He has all the choice. It's his arm. It's his livelihood. He has all the choice in the world.
Fine. And you don't pitch, then you don't get paid. Go suck it up, Buttercup.
No.
Oh, my God. You can't pitch. No. Oh, my God. You can't get another out. You can't get a 4th out. Oh, my poor darling. Go get a fucking haircut. Learn how to fucking pitch. You're a goddamn closer. And go pitch.
Or you somebody before me to fucking set that up for me. Don't ask me to do 5 because I do 4 outs and it's 5 outs and it's 6 outs. When my arm is only trained, and this is a legitimate thing, only trained to get 3 outs. You got maybe 30 pitches in the fucking arm. Not 35, not 36. Okay,
then you
30.
Make your 30 pitches freaking count.
Well, hey,
God forbid you don't want to pitch to somebody, hit him in the fucking head. Do a Roger Clemens thing. Pop the motherfucker in the head
I'm gonna get
and
a
then
clip for you.
there's one pitch, and okay,
I'm gonna get a clip for you and make you feel real bad about this because yeah, I totally side with Josh Hader on this. Like, no, you're paying me for you're paying me for 3 outs. That's what you're paying me for. Not 4, not 6. I'm not a starting
well, then
pitcher. I'm
he
a
shouldn't
closer.
have pissed off whoever he pissed off in Milwaukee to get him traded to San Diego.
I don't think he pissed off anybody. I think Milwaukee just traded him like Tampa Bay does. You know, Tampa Bay is infamous for people like what?
Craig Counsell
Why are you
said
trading
his
this guy?
attitude sucks.
Because we get. Well, I mean, name a closer isn't fucking a little bit Looney Tunes. Kind of have to be, right? Anyways, we covered it up.
Yeah,
We got a
that.
lot more to do. Yeah, we got a lot more to do in the future. The off season is going to be fun. Racing is wrapping up, but college basketball is heating up. College football is heating up. The NFL is coming into its midseason, so is fantasy football. NHL is kicking off. We've got a lot more to talk about, a lot more to do. MMA is going to be pretty crazy. Like Pook said, I don't understand why the interim title doesn't involve Stipe. That's kind of weird. But without further ado, let's wrap it up and start with Pop's final thoughts. Let's go.
I guess the best thing to say is the baseball season is over. If you didn't pick the winner, it's not the end of the world. We got another whole series coming up next year. and Minnie says, I did. Okay, well you can keep this in your memory.
It's about the only thing I got right during the postseason, by the way.
Anyway, hopefully my guys will hold through through the night, and you and I will be tied again.
There you go. Hopefully. All right. Never take a permanent solution to a temporary problem. There's plenty of resources out there. I know it's hard to reach out, but you need to. And once you do, it's amazingly cathartic. I've done it. I've been on the other end of it many times. Just do it because you're so fucking valuable, not just as a person, but as a veteran. If anything goes tits up, it's definitely going to be Bernie Sanders who protects you. It's going to be us and our fellow veterans. So we need every single one of us on board and ready to rock and roll. And I always love the memes about veterans and the fat bodies and all this. Well, I'm not one of those guys. I may not be able to run a 14, 15, 3.1 mile anymore, but I'd probably still get in about 20 minutes. I'll throw up and almost die, but I'll still probably get it done. Other than that, tuning in. Please share us out wherever and however you can. Cross-platform share us. It'd be great. And with
what his final words are.
That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, well, okay. You sound like you're wrapping up.
No, I'm just wrapping up mine. So I give it a full Doc and his final thoughts, and we'll close it out as we usually do with a little James action. What you got for us, Doc?
Well, just tomorrow's Monday, so have a good week. Start your week off good. If you need help, reach out. I've done it multiple times. Don't be afraid to seek help. Sucks baseball's over, but
fuck yeah,
football's here, hockey's here. So sports some of us don't really care about or are just casual fans of are starting. So it'll be interesting. Other than that, just thank you for being on this journey with us and stick around. There's better things to come.
Fucking A right, doggy. God bless you all. Love you. Have a good night.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.